Yeah.
We're sending data. I see us on Twitch.
Yes.
See us on Restream.
Yes. So the tubes of you just need to come through.
As usual, they're the ones running late.
Yes. Breaks the second law of thermodynamics, and by the end of the show,
Yeah. Okay, we're live on YouTube. We're gonna get there, Dark. We're gonna get there.
I just you.
We're gonna get there.
Yes.
Let me
Yes,
send
it
out
will.
the usual stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
We need other people to be able to get here too that might care about the discussion, Dark.
No,
So,
if
oh, go ahead.
I was say, yes, we will get into it on here. I've got it marked down.
So,
Be discussed.
I told you I had two different pre-show topics.
Yes.
The first one is every year the Twitter account that is like the Gundam voting Twitter account does a Gundam protagonist deal and then throws in some extra characters to make it balance out and people get to vote on it and everything.
Okay.
And it's March Madness, I guess, right? And the bracket,
Madness for Gundam.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
And the bracket came to Jared Mesa versus Domon Kashu, who you haven't met yet from G Gundam, who would absolutely destroy Jared Mesa, right?
Okay.
But people voted for Jared because in the next round he would go up against Camille, where he would absolutely lose, and it was too poetic not to have him fail upwards to lose to Camille.
Yeah.
Even though I love Domon, I get it. I voted for Domon, but I understand where people's hearts were.
Look. And I hate Dawn.
Yeah, Domon's great.
Right.
The other pre-show topic is Little Caesars put out a deal for, I wish we were sponsored. Not sponsored. I wish we were. Put out a deal for a corn on the cob pizza. Jared would just run away.
But he would lose.
Yeah. Still.
Lose.
Every interaction Jared has to lose, including the best one where he gets thrown off a mountain while he's on crutches. So people got really confused because this pizza wasn't revealed on like April Fool's, and there's no way it's a real thing, right? They even showed a 2-liter of butter.
That's disgusting.
Hey, Roxanne. To be able to pour out and dip it into, right?
Oh.
Turns out it is a joke.
I would hope so.
But, like, why? Why go to all that effort when you're not even going to put it out on April Fool's when the real thing they're announcing is that the pretzel crust pizza is back?
You know what? It's all about the show, right?
I guess so.
The sleight of hand. It's the marketing.
You could have just told me, hey, the pretzel pizza's back, and I'd be like, all right, cool, sick. That's a good pizza.
Yes.
The worst part of this is that it has led people to try and replicate it and make it for real.
Yeah.
And I saw an Instagram post where someone had cut a corn cob in half and then tried to bread it into the crust. Okay. I don't even know how you would bite that, but it looked revolting.
Okay, well then.
Awesome. So yeah. No, not cornbread. I don't think a cornbread pizza would be good, but I would at least try that. And a corn dog, somebody did that, didn't they? The pigs in the blanket for the crust, where it was just a bunch of them and you could pull them off individually. I'm going to look that up while we're still in the pre-show.
This is important to know. I guess it is. I don't know. There's been a lot. They always do something. It was Domino's, you think? It might have been. I don't know. There's been so many, like, gimmicks thrown into pizzas from all different angles. Of different ways too. Like what are the or the ones I like is hey, let's just fold the pizza in half and call it something else.
So I'm sorry, please continue. You're right. That is a weird decision to make.
Well, go ahead. Tell us about this pig in the blanket.
It was Pizza Hut that did it, and they served it with mustard. And look, I'm a mustard fan, but don't give me mustard with my pizza.
Mustard? Let's not be silly. Yeah, I could see, and like a hot pocket on a stick. Yeah,
yeah.
You have the
why not?
Kind of a more corn shade.
What's going on? You walked into a weird conversation, my friend.
Yeah. Yes.
Do not put mustard. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't put mustard on a pizza. I understand why people like ranch on a pizza. I hate ranch, so I'm not me. But mustard?
Well, some things don't go together. Some things don't work. Like my girlfriend mentioned, what was it? Was it like a cheese shake? Yeah. No, that doesn't sound. It doesn't sound good.
No. No, I googled strangest pizzas to see what I could find.
You have safe browsing on.
I do, thankfully.
Okay.
Lovin' Dublin, from Dublin, Ireland, and of course it's the Irish. Look, I'm part Irish. Of course it's the Irish. Has a cocktail sauce pizza covered in shrimp.
I don't want any pizza bread there. I guess the cocktail sauce as marinara.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just that's what it was. That was the exact quote. Thank you for that. Cheese milkshake is just cold cheese soup.
Okay, I know we need to get into the actual show, but I have a list of the weirdest pizzas around the world. 12 of them.
It's terrifying. Go ahead.
Okay, number 12 is the cheesecake sand pizza from Korea. Sand is in a sandwich, not as in a beach.
Yeah. But you said cheesecake.
Yeah.
So I am intrigued.
Shrimp, peppers, onion, and a cheesecake filling. That one, I'm more inclined to try that than I am this next one, which is called Saddle of Wild Boar. This one's also from Dublin. I disavow this. I just want to clarify that. This is grain mustard, paprika, char roasted peppers, artichokes, roast garlic, red onions, and Parmesan salad, toasted pine nuts, and quail eggs on a pizza.
Okay. These are, I'm not sure.
This one's a Philadelphia pizza. The bacon cheese pizza burger. It's just 2 pizza crusts with a bacon cheeseburger in between. I might try that.
Yeah, I can't. Take the personal pan, please.
This one's from Wisconsin.
Technically not. It is not a pizza, though.
This one is peanut butter and jelly pizza.
Okay.
A Japanese pizza, the squid ink and shrimp pizza. So it's a little bit like the marinara one, or the cocktail sauce, but...
No.
Very different taste.
Yeah. It got a lot different taste. I would be tempted to try that.
This one is from Detroit, and it's the McDonald's pizza. It's pizza dough with marinara sauce covered in fries with ketchup, chicken nuggets, and just 2 McDonald's hamburgers.
That's just, when you're poor, you make a meal out of what you have.
Yep.
There you go.
So this one is from India, and it's called Mitza. It's a rice pizza. Flatbread with flavored rice, any standard pizza toppings that you like. And they say that it's a little bit more like a rice pie than a real pizza.
Okay.
I have just a few more for you.
Okay.
This one's from Sweden.
All
It's
right.
a banana curry pizza, curried banana and pineapple.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's
This one might appeal to you.
okay.
It's the full English breakfast pizza. It is a full English breakfast with beans, ham, and sausage, and an egg, bacon, and with rashers, all on a
Look,
pizza.
if I could pick and choose out of that list, we got a deal.
Yeah. This one's from Zurich, and it's the all things poisonous pizza. Spiders, snakes, and scorpions.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm ashamed to say this one's also from Dublin. What is going on back home, guys? That's a good.
Maybe I might take a just to know.
That's a good Kira cry, Will. Also, hi, Will. This is the Lil Ver 1.2, which is blue cheese, golden raisins, pickles, parsley, peaches, and cream.
What?
And then finally, the Korean blueberries and ranch sauce pizza.
Okay. Look. At the end of the day, you know what a lot of these are? I have the answer. And you get the answer the next day. You frat boys put what on the pizza?
That's right.
What's wrong with you?
That's right. We went a little long with the pre-show, but we should probably kick this thing off.
Yes.
Oh, that turned out so great, though. That's one of the few pre-shows that maybe should be like a clip. Like, here we go.
So in the show.
Yeah.
I will make sure I talk about it quickly. Go for it.
So, change this to this. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
We got some cool stuff to talk about tonight, but as always, we start off with our pop quiz.
Yes, you get a pop quiz. That's something like that. And after the pop quiz, we're going to we shall start a fire in the comments. So we're gonna have a little break first. So, you know about this one? I was worried about what I could quiz you over. I'm gonna try to get my camera straight here and go. So, you know what, Trey? I don't need you that big on the screen, dude. Come on. All right. So I got some questions about Zelda.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Zelda, we kind of no.
Chat, I'm going to look away from you, chat.
All right. Want that. Now, one thing to be said for the Legend of Zelda series and the characters in it, they've been around for a long time. They're kind of synonymous in gaming history. Well, I am aware that it's not beloved. The games are not beloved by everyone. So, but we'll try to find out. What you know. So, I'll put this over here so I can make a note here of what we get. So, there is Link is he's very influenced. That's it. He's very influenced by a certain fictional character. A rather well-known fictional character.
This could go like 3 ways.
What's that? Do you know?
There's the Kira cry.
Who Link is based on?
Honestly, I'm going to tell you I do not, but there are 2 very, very big inspirations that it could be. And I'm going to say it's probably, and I'm going to have to choose one, but it's either Peter Pan or Robin Hood.
Who you picking?
I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Peter Pan because he's got a hat, and Robin Hood doesn't always have a hat.
According to Miyamoto, he said that Peter Pan's green suited him perfectly.
That was question 1, and I was that tense.
Very good. Yes. It was Peter Pan. Was it that? His pointed ears and everything. Yes. Yes. Oh, all right. All right. Nice one. So, Twilight Princess was on the GameCube and then the Wii.
Right.
And there's obviously, they prettied it up a bit, but they also did something very unique with this game.
Yeah, they flipped Link's primary hand.
Yes, they did.
He went from left-handed to right-handed
because of the controls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very good, very good. All right, all right. What's chat saying?
I can't see you, chat, but yeah. I know you're all getting these answers right too, right?
Yes, they did change the control system, and they mirrored the whole game to make Link right-handed.
Which is the first time in the series he's right-handed. He's been left-handed the entire series.
Okay. This one I'll be impressed. I don't know if you can suss this one out or not. All right? This is about Link's awakening.
Okay.
And Takashi Tezuka, who was the director, he had a feeling, and he was very heavily inspired by a TV show, and he wanted to have the feeling like that. Do you know what TV show that is? It's gonna be tough.
I don't. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark because of what happens in Link's Awakening, and I'm gonna say it was Dallas.
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, please. We're trying to suss out what I realize y'all would like to answer. It's all cool. Okay. Brother, you want to see how badly Trey does. And not that I have to look these up. I have all the answers here. So I choose to pick on him. It was actually a TV show. He said he wanted it to feel like Twin Peaks.
Oh, I see that now in hindsight. Okay, so I guess Dallas, because I guess spoilers for Link's Awakening, at the end it's all a dream.
Or Dallas.
Yeah, or spoilers for Dallas, I guess. Yeah, that makes way more sense.
Yes. Yeah, yes. I've played quite a few Zelda games, but I am no expert on them. Like I said, this is about making fun of Trey when he gets it wrong. You know, the important things.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't need. I'll give you a little bit of hint on this. I'll probably lead you into this. I don't need the full name, but I think you'll know what name to say. Okay.
Okay.
So and if it's The Legend of Zelda, the characters and everything, that IP everything was created by Nintendo Legend. And I'm pretty sure you know that name, right?
Okay. So there were two people that were mainly on the team, and they're both Nintendo Legends.
Okay.
But I'm assuming that the one you're looking for is Shigeru Miyamoto, because the other one is Eiji Aonuma.
Right, and you've got four other. What you got? Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, and Pikmin.
Yep,
is four others. So he got a heavy hitter too. You know, well. That's okay.
I just smile when you laugh because I have it completely minimized. I have no idea what they're saying.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't say they're pulling for you, but that's okay.
I'm used to that.
All right. So there's a couple of answers in here,
Okay.
and so if you get kind of get one out, but there's a reason Link's called Link. Uh, and there's kind of a meta intention into it, but there's a couple of different reasons, and these both been stated.
One of the big
So
reasons, if memory serves, and I could be very wrong on this, is because the original name, which was 6 letters, caused too much memory to be taken up by the player's name, and so they shortened it to 4. Second reason, I believe to be because there is a coding joke in there about how he is the link between the player and the game.
okay, that was close enough. The link between the player and the game. I'll give it to you based on that.
Okay.
Yes. Dark's got a great answer there. I want to read it out. He's the link between the different universes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes together, and that's why. And yes, he's a link between the player and yes, the universe he's in. That's why he's kind of they try to give him a blank slate. A lot of the games you can change his name, but yes. So I'll give that one. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right. With this one. So here's an interesting one.
Okay.
We're in question 6. Okay. Is the first in the first Legend of Zelda game, okay? Triforce did not include 3 pieces. Only the Triforce of Power.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Ganon had it, and the Triforce of Wisdom, which was hidden by Princess Zelda,
Mm-hmm.
and you look for it as Link. Okay, but there's another Triforce added.
The Triforce of Courage.
Yes, there's another Triforce. It was added into the game lore. So you have 3 parts of Triforce. Do you know which Zelda game that showed up in?
I believe the first time you get to see all 3 pieces is in A Link to the Past, isn't it?
That's your final answer?
It's not Link to the Past. It's Adventure of Link, isn't it? It's Zelda 2.
It's Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know if I should get that point because I was pretty confident with Link to the Past.
All right. Okay. What is that? That's 5 down, 5 more. I got my count correct. Let's go. Oh, okay. So, wait, that was it. So I gotta have my notes together here. Okay, so kind of we should say there's a little debate about how the timeline goes, right? If we're trying to put the games in chronological order, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just say it's an ongoing discussion.
Yeah.
Now, there was a definitive timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was put out. It was put out under a name, and then it was re-put out, kind of revised and everything. The like I said, maybe not everything may not quite line up, but there's
no, it sure does not.
If you can give me one of those of the definitive or official titles
of the timeline itself,
yes.
Okay, so in the original Hyrule Historia, the first one, the official timeline was there.
Okay. Yes, and that is, yeah. I don't think they care about the timeline, but the yes, the Hyrule Historia was the first definitive timeline, and it got revised and put into Zelda official Zelda encyclopedia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the name of the timelines. I believe it's uh Era of Winds, the Era of Legend, and the Era of Heroes.
Possibly. Possibly through.
I remember the definitive moment that breaks the timeline, where they had to split it off, but I don't remember what they called them.
Oh no, they got. There's a lot of. There's a. There is a lot of discussion, and that
Oh,
yeah, that's
one of them's Era of Calamity.
There was a calamity.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Breath of the Wild fit at the end, right?
Right. Because Calamity Ganon is there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Almost there. True or false? Zelda's in every game.
That's false.
Boom. All right.
Zelda's not in Link's Awakening.
No, she's not in Triforce Heroes either.
Mm-hmm.
That. She doesn't get referenced.
Yeah.
And then Majora's Mask says, and then just a flashback in Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time. Oz. Yes.
Spoilers for Ocarina, I guess. Technically, she's there as Sheik, but you know.
Well, yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know where we down to. I got 3 more. I've lost my spot. Here we go. Okay. So there's a absolutely terrifying character that appears in Legend of Zelda. That actually got a series of spin-off games for Nintendo DS.
Tingle.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. Give that to you. Just jumped in on that. You rang the buzzer before I. Yes, see. You rang the buzzer before I even finished. Good job.
And for anybody who's like, oh, well, they're just making fun of Tingle. Tingle is like a 30-plus-year-old man that convinced his children to come off into the woods with him alone, that runs around the city stealing money from people. Yes. He is absolutely a monster.
Yes. Yes. So the description was right, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
That worked out. All right, we're almost at the... See? Excuse me. Okay. So there was a studio, Retro Studios, which is one of Nintendo's developers. They pitched a prototype for a spin-off for some Zelda fans. Now, this was in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Yes. The plot of this game gets kind of rehashed from Master Sword's origin of the Skyward Sword.
Okay.
So it's around that, through that. Trying to give you some more.
I genuinely don't know this one. Is it what inspiration eventually became the manga, where the progenitor Link winds up, that's the earliest in the timeline, where he winds up making the deal with the goddess who becomes the princess?
Oh, that's a good thing, a good idea, but no. That's the question. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. We're gonna get back to it. Look, it was gonna be the last of the, and it was a SH.
Yeah, I really don't know this one. I'm sorry.
Sheikah.
Okay.
The last of the Sheikah. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Got you. Trapped you on the last one.
Yep. Tripped me up there. I thought that was going to be a sneaky like crossbow training reference.
Oh, no. Yes. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to frame that again. I may have not pulled that off, but not bad. Not bad. What's that? You had decent scores each time. Haven't showed you too much of a fool. Fool. I'll try to try harder next week.
All right.
I haven't even. All right.
I appreciate that. Those are fun. I like those.
All right.
So next up, let's get into weeks. Rengren, how's your week been?
It's been good, and I think we probably need to
Yeah.
go ahead and
Yeah.
the elephant in the room.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So I did watch.
Let's not make them wait.
Watched a few things this week, and yeah, one of them was Char's counterattack.
Now, look, I know I have built this movie up for months.
I am still angry at Trey for making me watch that movie.
I know I have built this movie up for months. Horrible. I genuinely remembered it very differently than the actual movie.
Your memory was wrong, child.
It was. So I want to preface this real quick because I know that this is a well-loved movie among Gundam fans. And Dark has hit the nail on the head. If you are somebody that loves this movie, Will has played the victory sound effect because he got you to watch CCA. If you are somebody that loves this movie and you remember it being amazing and really good, go back and watch the movie.
Look, animation is beautiful in it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels movie quality.
Yeah.
It feels like studio, animation and the music and all that. It look, yeah, no, it's just, but you sit there the whole time going, what are you doing? Why?
Yeah.
No,
And I've said it to you already. I cannot stand the book, Char's Counterattack, Beltorchika's Children. I can't stand that book. It has so many problems in it. It is infinitely better in the movie in a way that astounds me because I went away from that book going, well, the movie was way better than this. This is terrible.
It is not a consistent movie. It's not a consistent movie.
We do have an ad real quick. We should probably.
And not right. Okay.
The perfect time for an ad, wasn't it?
Yes. That. No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
Just the no ad.
Okay. Yeah. Wait.
Oh. Yeah. If you enjoy these discussions that we have here on the podcast and you're watching this later on YouTube, you should consider coming to watch live with us because we have a good time there, All right. I think they are back. A pizza ad. Oh, that's relevant.
Yes, it is. All right, they said pizza on this channel. Go ahead and get mad at it. Get mad at it. Put it on there. I don't care who it is.
Please continue your thought.
5%. No. No, this was you totally crapped on Char, right? He is not. No. There's just no.
Yeah.
I don't know how to go with it. That's not the same character.
There's so many little moments that are in the book that explain why he's acting the way he is. It's not a good explanation, but that explain why he's acting the way he is, where he wants Amuro to stop him. And the only hint of that we get in the movie is where he goes, Amuro, I'm doing something extremely wicked. And then later on when he goes, and after I'm dead, and that's it. That's all you get. There is no explanation. You start in media res. There's nothing.
Yeah, no. You kind of, I don't know, when you the last time you see Char, it's like, okay.
Yeah, we're going to get into some of those because there's some stuff that comes up later with the Octogas and with the Alpha Izyaru too, with Quest, and that's a whole different discussion.
Oh, I don't even want to talk. No, just Quest is that. Hey, they drew what they did. This is, for right now. This is Char's Counterattack is screaming along.
Yeah.
Then
I can
screaming along, going sell models.
Yeah, 100%. So many close-ups of the Octogas where they're so different size-wise. The funnels and the close-ins on that, Regazi, and yeah. I disagree. Dark Quest is my least favorite character in all of Gundam right now. And that
Yeah.
was Katagina Luce.
No, I don't. She's not my least favorite. But yeah,
Look, Beach and
yeah,
Mondo are up there, but
yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like Gus is kind of the Beecher character almost, or was
yeah,
trying to build up to be. Like she's just there to be in the way.
yeah.
Uh, but
Also,
it was bad.
she's dumb but fun.
Wow.
I don't think it's that she believed in destroy. I think it's that she believed that Char was hot, and that was the.
Yeah. Of course, some of a lot of the new types go along. Oh,
And the fact that this
it
movie
was
makes
as
Char
bad for
pedo.
me as like what they did in Transformers the movie.
That's fair. Yeah.
Fair enough. The it's like that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you just kind of kill everything.
It also, like, I see people say all the time, we'll watch the 3 first Gundam movies and then the 1 Zeta movie and then watch our counterattack, and there you go, you got all you see. But there's so much like lacking there. Where is Kai in this movie? Where is Sayla in this movie? Where
Yeah,
Beach and Mondo are still in space. What are they doing? Where's L?
Yeah, There's a lot of what we talked about. When we watched Double Zeta, is Rue's one of the most underused characters. Don't. Yeah.
Hey, Judo, maybe you should come back from Jupiter.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot, and you don't get if you're trying to build up to the you really don't get the last fight between Char and Amuro. It doesn't feel like a fight between.
No,
Char
it's
and
not.
Amuro,
It's not. There's some cool moments in there, and then it just becomes Char has to lose so that the big thing can happen. And don't get me wrong, I love the pushing Axis moment because both sides come to try and help. I wish it didn't just become new type magic solves the problem, but I like that both sides go, hey, yeah, actually, this was a terrible idea, and we bought into this idea, but we shouldn't be doing this.
Well, the new type energy couldn't have stopped it without everybody being so desperate and pushing out their energy.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm saying they had to have everybody there.
Yeah, I like that moment a lot because it's the culmination of what like Lala was trying to push for was we don't have to fight, even though she still fought.
Yeah,
but
and that was another thing that kind of
she could have been a mother to me
on that moment,
She could have been a mother to me.
Well,
please continue. I'm sorry.
That's just look. There's questionable things throughout.
I think, Dark, it's that they were 100% bought in to what Char was saying. There's a weird thing going on with Char in this movie where it feels like he almost should have been Shirako because it seemed like he was exerting pressure on people.
Look, sometimes it's like Tomino doesn't want to let stuff go. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I had this great storyline, but we didn't get to do it, so somehow I'm going to fit it into this.
Yeah.
And it feels like out of. He would have been a better one for a better villain to get out of Double Zeta.
Yeah.
But it was just. I'm sorry, it was bad.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move forward.
Yeah. Well, and the good news is from here on out we get into non-Tomino Gundam for a while. Like our next show is 0080 War in the Pocket, which was not written by Tomino and has some really cool stuff in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like Giran, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But Amuro was cool. Amuro was good in the movie for the most part.
Yeah. Well,
it's the Alex.
I don't know. You've kind of set Amuro up at this point through everything. It's like, okay. It's kind of it's a little bit easy to make him the guy because you're really pulling on people that have stuck with it or remember it. They want Amuro to be the hero.
Yeah,
and I guess it seems like a way to go. Okay, let's put it to bed. I want it done.
I agree.
there's a way to do that, and there's a way not to. Just it wasn't good.
Also,
It
just a
wasn't
quick
good.
thing for people that want to see that story told in a much better way in the Super Robot Wars series. There are multiple times where that Char shows up, and either Camille or Amuro convince him to go back to being the old Char, and he never tries to drop the rock on Earth.
Yeah.
And it feels really good to have Char get a redemption arc from that movie in those games.
Well, first of all, that's not how Char does things.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. I did watch some cool stuff though.
Okay.
There was some cool stuff. We watched a show called "What Happened on Monday" about the so more of amateur. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that. See, and that doesn't have to be a deep movie. You know.
I'd even go for Camille and Judo just showing up and all four of them fighting back against stuff.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's about the centuplets. It's a really cool flick. Um, it is dark, psychologically kind of dark, in such a good way. It's like some of the things that happen through it. I don't want to give too much away, but some of the things that happen through it, uh, uh, because one of the siblings, because they're named, uh, yeah, you live in the future. They're not allowed to have more than one kid. So yes, they're named, of course, Monday through Sunday, right? The seven children. They kept the birth hidden, and they use the name Kelly when they go out, but like they can only go out once a day, and it twists and turns, and it's very well done.
Okay.
It's very
That
well
sounds
done.
cool.
And the actress, is one actress that plays all seven, um, sisters, and each one feels like their own person
Right.
as they go through. She does an excellent job. Yes, and she does. She has each character because yes, they are seven identical twins. Seven
Right.
tuplets. They but each one has become their own individual person,
Right.
and they can be that in the house, but they have to be, they have to be one person going out, and it's
Right.
just very well done. Highly suggested.
That's cool.
Um, yeah, Scott Pilgrim got thrown on again for children's entertainment. I don't like Scott Pilgrim, the character. But there's cool stuff, and there's cool stuff in the movie. I really don't like him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't
What?
think there's ever a moment because I really love the books. I don't think there's ever a moment
Yeah.
where I ever did like him as a character.
Yeah.
It's the supporting cast that's so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So enough said about that. Through that, and then highly recommend Monday. We are watching right now, and we just started season 3. There's 3 seasons. Just started season 3. Show made in Australia by Australians.
Okay.
But it's called Glitch,
Okay.
and it's an excellent film. It kind of it's weird. Some of the stuff that is explain it. When you see the first episode, there's people coming back to life, but they're fully restored.
Hmm.
So and it gets weird the way they go through, but it's really well done.
Okay.
I like the cast and crew. Yeah, it feels, and they don't. They dig into a lot. Once again, it's kind of like Sense8 where you had a few. I said they got a few different characters you got to know. It
Right.
kind of feels like that. Each one's kind of got their own story, and it all winds together. But it's very good. I'm in
Okay.
the third season now. I'll let you know how I feel about it when it finishes off.
Sounds good.
Dead on arrival in both Tekken films. Yeah.
Or is that Dead or Alive?
Dead or Alive. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it could be Dead on Arrival too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, with that the
Tekken films are good. Or Alive.
Okay, okay.
But you didn't watch Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
Oh, yeah. Did you get called out to watch them? I don't know they've done so many fighting movies, and honestly, with the quality of a lot of them, that's way too many.
Yeah, that's fair.
The game, the Street Fighter was terrible. Yeah.
But you should watch Fatal Fury, the motion picture, because it's incredible.
All right. Well, that was kind of my week. I watched stuff, and then sir, tell us about your week.
Okay. Well, my week's been pretty standard. Still working our way through Taskmaster. We're almost done with Series 12 now. And then Series 13 is the last one. They have the full episodes on their YouTube channel. So after that, it'll be either waiting or finding other ways to watch them. Because they just finished Season 15, I believe. So,
okay.
Still got plenty to watch there. And, got a couple different ideas for shows to go to from there. Some fun ideas like Would I Lie to You or Hypothetical, other, British comedy game shows. And then there's also some more serious shows like, still haven't watched Stranger Things. So maybe at some point do that. Plenty of options.
I mean, how you feel about it? It's got some really good stuff on it. I do want to watch Harley. I do want to watch that, but that's on. I think that's on HBO. I don't have.
Oh
that.
Yeah.
There's too many. All right. There's one good thing about having cable. It's all came packaged.
Yeah. Too many subscription
many.
services.
Yeah.
And then, video game wise, I guess before that, still been listening to the Magnus Archives.
Right.
I'm about halfway through season 4 now, and that show continues to be incredible. It is audio only, but it is so good. Really cool stuff happening right now, and I just want my boy John to be okay. That's all. That's all I want. And bad things keep happening to him, and he's just so special, and I just want my son to be all right. I know it's really good. Really excited for that. And then video game wise, I've been playing Octopath Traveler 2. Still, of course. I'm almost done with all the chapter 2s. I only have Ochet's chapter 2s to go, and then I'll start moving into the chapter 3s. If it's like the first game, there'll be 4 chapters for each character, and then you get the culmination at the end, which in the first game had no story whatsoever and was just a huge dungeon, really. I guess it had its own story. It didn't tie in any of the other character stories. Yeah. I'm hoping in this one it does.
Yeah.
But really, really enjoying that cast so far. They're really good. RE4 at Mothered, like Sifu and Basements and Basilisk. Nice. I did play another game that I actually really enjoyed, and it's Tactics Ogre Reborn. Weathered up today and the other through Thursday. Nice. I really want to play the RE4 remake. It seems pretty interesting. Tactics Ogre Reborn is the full remake of... I say remake. It is a full remake, but they didn't change the art style at all. So it still uses the old sprite-based style of old Tactics Ogre or Let Us Cling Together, which was the previous update that came out on PSP. It's really solid. They've fixed up a bunch of the gameplay issues that people had with that game. So in the old game, you could change your people's classes if you found the right badge to be able to use to change them. And you could collect those. You just find them as you kill enemies. But when you change classes in the old game, you had to level that class independently. So you had a character level and a class level.
Yeah.
And it meant that you could get a new class and you need to use it, or you could get yourself in a position where you had a level where you needed a specific class and didn't have anybody of that class, so you change them over and they're level 1, so you got to grind them up in training mode. In this, they fix that, so now everybody, their jobs level with them, their classes level with them, so even if they've never been that class before, they'll be that level in that class. But to balance that, they've capped out your level with story progression. So you hit level caps, and then you have to do the next story mission, which I think works way better.
Yeah.
And then the XP that you might be losing in like training matches, things like that, instead go into a bonus XP pool. And when you hit 2,000, it gives you an XP item, and it eats up 2,000 of that. And so then you can use that item later to level up an individual character if you want to. I think it's a good way around that. But the voice acting that's been added to it is really good so far. It definitely still has like the old school game thing of, hey, and I've never seen a tutorial go this far with it. Hey, we're in the middle of a fight. Our lives are at risk. I'm going to stop in the middle of this fight to go, hey, did you know, by the way, that if you open up the menu, it's like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
It gets ridiculous at one point, too, where a guy is just like, one of the early guest characters you get has fired a bow, killed a guy, and just turns around and goes, so at the end of every turn, you're going to... Oh, all right.
Okay.
But it's really fun so far.
Lesson in everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Buddy, we're going to move along now.
It does have some of my favorite things from old video games, such as there's a level that I got to pretty early on where you have to fight undead, and you can use heal on them to hurt them.
Yeah. And
the skeletons get back up after 3 turns unless you have a character use exercise on them.
Okay.
Just a lot of little like, hey, new games don't do this stuff anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But it used to be a big thing where, yeah, you had special things that only existed to deal with one enemy type in the entire game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's fun. I like it. I want to put more time into it and do like an in-progress review when I've got more time in there, but I'm enjoying it so far. And then, lastly for my week, I've been doing a lot of emulate. I've been running EmuDeck on the Steam Deck and trying out stuff that I own legally.
Okay.
And man, Symphony of the Night's a great game. That's all this comes down to. I just want to talk about how good Symphony of the Night is.
Run out of segue. Just land. Just land. Symphony of the Night's great.
I was trying to speedrun Symphony. And so I grabbed Red Rust and just went straight to Garion. And I don't have speedrunner's luck. It turns out, you know, when you watch those speedruns, they've not shown you all the attempts where it didn't work.
No, that's when all those attempts come together. That's lots of practice.
Yeah.
When I was looking up Zelda stuff earlier, the fastest 100%, a 100% run on Breath of the Wild speed run is 20 hours.
Ooh.
Now you can beat, you know, I think I don't know if it's under 20 minutes now, but just to beat the game.
Yeah, any percent. Yeah.
Any percentage, I think it's under like 20 minutes or
right.
around 20 minutes. But yeah, for the that was one of the little tidbits I came by looking at.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm really itching to do like a full Castlevania replay, but I should probably do the Mega Man one first since I have a video that's waiting for me to finish all those.
Yeah.
But no, Symphony of the Night's really good. But that's it for my week.
All right.
We'll move into reviews.
All right.
We got a lot of them. So we're probably just going to do 2 blurbs for each. And I hope everybody's excited because, yeah. The first one.
You're excited because you get to play with the axe.
That's exactly right. The first one that I have for you is Have a Nice Death.
That's awfully passive aggressive.
And this is Magic Design Studios game. It's got a really cute art style. I'm trying to get the exact. Let me pull up the Steam page so I have the blurb for what this game is. I want to make sure I get their words. Have a Nice Death is a 2D action roguelike where you play as Death, CEO of Death Incorporated.
Okay. So you are evil.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what? That could be a very fun, silly premise. Something to have a lot of fun with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll play it safe. I'll play it safe. I'm gonna say 82.
Okay.
Around the middle. Oh, got 87, 83 in. That's good. And 85. So I said 82.
The score is also. I need to take Will's name off the ice cream chart. I just saw that. You haven't earned it yet today, sir.
Yes.
The score is 82. So you got it.
Give me my ice cream. Give it here. Yes. Yes. I don't know. Seems we all kind of have the same feeling about it, though.
Yeah.
For one reason or the other, you think that might be fun.
So I have 2 blurbs for you today for Have a Nice Death. Twinfinite says, here's to hoping that Magic Design Studios gets the recognition it deserves for crafting one heck of an underworld experience and that it'll be able to build upon it even more from here. Which doesn't tell you anything about the game, but I just wanted to let you know how many reviews included that pun.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I get it.
And then Cog Connected says, once again, we come to the important question, is this roguelike worth your time? That depends. Fans of the genre will appreciate the challenge level, the smooth combat, the robust skill selection. Newcomers and outsiders will love the unique aesthetic and the high level of polish. On the other hand, this game is proper tough. If that's what you're looking for, great, you're in luck. If you've been softened and spoiled by other more considerate roguelikes, then consider yourself duly warned. Have a Nice Death is a slick, relentless roguelike with all the charm and challenge you could need.
Okay. That doesn't sound that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, it has some catchphrase in it to ring to it, but that's hard. There are so many ways you can say it's the same thing.
Right. 19 reviews total.
Okay.
I forgot. I need to start giving you that because it'll let you know where you need to gauge percentage.
Okay.
Thank you, Dark.
I'm thinking about. I think I'm going to move up. I'll go 84 because Faith went 85.
Okay. I just noticed Waluigi's back there taking a nap.
Yeah.
Just leaned forward.
Was it 7? I got 84, 85, 87. Got to drop off.
Should we be guessing that Waverly is just 82 for all things as normal?
Possibly so.
The score is 88%.
Really? Okay.
Oh, doing fairly well.
Not bad.
Next up, we have Chia, a game inspired by New Caledonia, as that's the subtitle for this game. So you know.
Okay.
Let me give you the description for Chia. Faye says, yes, we should be looking forward to that. The 82. Chia is an action-adventure video game developed by Awakeba and published by Kilper. The player assumes control of the titular character as she explores a fictional archipelago inspired by New Caledonia.
Okay.
There are 55 reviews.
So a lot of people have played it, have they?
Waverly is sewing. I understand. 82 it is.
So I get 82. I'm gonna go 88.
Okay.
On this one. I think so. I think I might be biased because of Call of the Sea.
That's fair.
But
the score is 77.
Okay. Not great.
Now, I have Epic. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. And this is why I took that pause, so I wouldn't call them that, because I've done that every time. That's true. If you're guess, I need to put you up there. That's true. I should have just assumed.
I'm not the one that makes that call.
That's on me. I should have just assumed it was 82. I mean, what's that saying? Even a stock is right twice a day.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Unless
it's digital.
That's true. EIP Gaming. You see why I kept trying to say Epic, because all the letters are there except for the C. They're just in different order.
That one by Old McDonald. That's what.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, come on.
Chia is the perfect cozy game. It is deeply inspired by the culture of New Caledonia, and in showing that, it creates one of the warmest, most engaging experiences in gaming. From its calm exploration to its charming story to its dozens of wonderful little moments, Chia is one of the best games of 2023 so far. You owe it to yourself to play it.
Okay, you keep saying Chia, and I keep thinking about something that grows off the back of a little pottery figurine.
It is TCHIA. It's weird. Faith, it tells me the ad's already finished.
IA?
Mm-hmm.
Chia? I don't know. Okay, Chia.
That's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, I'm sure I'll be told about it.
I hope so. That'd be interesting. I would like to hear it. Yeah, anyway.
The second review for you is from GameGrin.
Okay.
Who says, the most infuriating part about Chia is that the very few enjoyable moments are incredible, letting you see exactly how great of a title this could have been if it weren't for its many lacking elements.
Oy. So I'm going to add part of that.
That's rough.
Kind of rough.
Uses, I see. Okay. You turn it on.
All right. So. All right. Yeah, 83.
Got an 83 from Rungren, an 83 from Dark, an 84 from Roxanne. But the score is 72.
Oh, okay. Wasn't such a comfort game after all.
82 from Will. Next up, we have MLB The Show 23.
You said MLB?
MLB The Show 23.
Oy. Okay.
There are only 13 reviews.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there is. Major League Baseball. All right, I'm going to go with a...
That's true, Faith.
Man.
You were...
I think I'm going to go with like a 68. It's hard to make. People aren't happy. I don't think.
We've got a 78 and a 76 and a 75, but the score is 80.
Okay. This is the game. I don't know.
Now, Attack the Fanboy says... MLB The Show 23 will have you practice your best home run calls because the latest installment in the iconic franchise knocks it out of the park. The game's new storyline modes, improved animations, and latest gameplay changes are worth the price of entry to your favorite ballpark this year.
What's that? We're just giving out all kinds of ice cream. I wanted to be special.
It seems like he did. Let
me
add that. Congratulations, sir. The ice cream wall is full today.
Ice cream. Dan, ice cream.
Now, my second review for you is from Nintendo Life, so they might be a bit biased towards Nintendo games that play on Nintendo consoles. MLB The Show 23 is a better all-around package than last year's outing, thanks in large part to the new storylines mode that adds a well-presented and educational history lesson for players to get involved in. In terms of the switchport, presentation is perfectly acceptable with the expected graphical downgrades made, but the frame rate can still be troublesome in places, making for play that feels sluggish in comparison to other platforms. This issue aside, though, this is a solid port that brings all the modes found in other versions of the game, making for a decent overall option for MLB fans.
Okay.
I'm really proud of that one, honestly. I thought I did a good job with that SIG mode.
Both of you felt a little flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
I don't know. It almost it's 77.
Okay.
I look up and I think we got 76, 78, 76. Yeah. I gave it 77.
The score is 92%.
No. Okay. Look, I guess if you're a baseball fan, you're going to love it. I guess.
Yeah. I've got 2 more for you. I'm sorry, I have 3 more for you today.
All
right. The next one is Dredge.
That sounds unpleasant.
It's right here. Here we go.
All right.
Dredge. Right. I guess I should put Dredge game to get the definition. What they say. Dredge is a single-player fishing adventure with a sinister undercurrent. Sell your catch, upgrade your boat, and dredge the depths for long-buried secrets. Honestly, I want to play this. This sounds really cool.
All right. Pretty sure I could do that with my high school yearbook.
39 reviewers.
All right. I don't know. I kind of want to play it safe. Going like chat, giving a good score, trying to give it a B. It does sound like it'd be kind of cool. Could be cool played off right. I'll go 83.
Okay.
Faith back there, yeah. 83. 84, 82, 82, 83, 88. It should be interesting.
The score is 83.
Oh, okay.
More ice cream for you, sir. Good job.
More ice cream. Yes. Give me my ice cream.
88 was a good guess, though.
Well, we all kind of felt we all hit around there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it sounds. I guess the marketing kind of worked. It sounds like it might be a cool game.
Right. The first review I have for you is from Games Hub, who says, Dredge is a masterclass in atmosphere, world building, tactile mechanics, and game flow. Like all sinister feeling things, by the time you get to the end of the line, you might wish you had never kept going. But in Dredge, it's impossible not to.
Okay.
Then I have The Gamer for you, who says, overall, Dredge is a nice, enjoyable fishing game with a low-fat horror coating. The mechanics, upgradability, and weird fish variety are enough to make for a lightweight, engaging time, but if your primary interest is in the narrative or atmosphere, you may find yourself disappointed.
Sorry, man. It's like your mic cut out right when you said horror.
Oh.
So it was like you got censored.
It's fair.
So I was like, what kind of coding?
That's fair.
Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, I want it to be good. I'm gonna go 82. 82.
Okay.
There were
39.
39. There were quite a few. Quite a few reviews for that one. That wasn't the most so far though.
No. The score is 92%.
go. All right.
People really seem to like this one.
They recommend this game.
It is now in the Hall of Fame for the year already. So it's pretty high up there.
Okay.
Next up, we have just two
It doesn't
more.
have Final Spam or Trans Am or nothing.
Yeah. But 92?
92. All right.
Terra Nil is next.
Okay.
And this is, in the words of the developers, an upcoming strategy video game, now out, no longer upcoming, developed by Free Lives. The game is about transforming a barren, lifeless landscape into a thriving, vibrant ecosystem. Turn dead soil into fertile grassland, clean corrupted oceans, etc. It's supposed to be a reverse city builder.
Okay.
You called for it. There's the Trans Am.
Thank you.
There are 29 reviews.
I'm going to take that one as a
30 reviews. I'm sorry. I refreshed. There's 30 reviews.
All right. 30 reviews. Reverse city builder. That would be kind of cool. The evolution of the civilization. I'd like it. I'm gonna go 85.
Okay.
85. Yeah. Yeah, 78, a 75, an 80, a 77.
The score is
I am a Gundam.
82. And yes, you are, Faith. You are also a Gundam. We are all Gundam. So I have Hardcore Gamer who says Terra Nil is a truly unique sim game that does a fantastic job in showcasing various ways the environment can be affected, with an astonishing level of hard work put into the tools needed to make things better, with simple yet incredibly fun gameplay, striking and gorgeous visuals, and a nice level of challenge that rewards players for properly planning things out without putting them under too much pressure. This is a terrifically wholesome and clever game that's worth checking out.
All right.
Meanwhile, the beta network, there are 30 reviews. That's true. Waverly gets another ice cream as well. So it's double ice cream for both of you. The beta network is what starts out as a calming restoration simulator quickly devolves into mundanity, the video game.
That's it?
That's it. That's all they said.
Oy, okay.
Now we just need Will to get another one, and then all three of you on the board get a double ice cream.
Cranked it up to a 94. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the double eights, the 88.
All right.
The 88 out there.
You're Gundams. Just find somewhere else in the show where he says we and cut it in the front.
77, 73. Boy, this is our widest range of reviews from our little group tonight. I got the 88. Okay.
The score is 85%.
Okay. Shut in the middle there.
Finally, for tonight, we're looking at Atelier Ryza 3. And I'm not writing the whole subtitle, but the subtitle is Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key.
Okay.
The newest game in the Atelier RPG series.
Okay. 79.
Okay.
A little low there.
Also, just as a reminder, probably should have told you this before you gave your answer, but it's too late now. A lot of people really like Ryza because she has very thick thighs.
That's not that's definitely not a negative.
So just keeping that in mind, chat. Based on 36 reviews, the score is 83, which means Faith also gets on the board for ice cream.
Great.
Which I think is the first time we've had 4 people on the board.
Yeah.
So congratulations there.
Excellent.
A golf clap for you all. Let me read you a couple reviews here. WCCF Tech says Atelier Atelier Rise 3, Alchemist to the End, and the Secret Key has to be one of the most straightforward and beautiful RPGs in the series as a whole, while also being way friendlier to new players than other installments in the series. This is a game that even non-Atelier fans will be able to sink their teeth into easily, while being able to fully customize their experience through the game's new synthesis system and its secret key mechanic. Right? It happens. It happens, Dark.
Look, we need to give her one before she takes over the world with a gunpla army.
That's right.
She's getting very close to finishing it.
Right. COG Connected says, credit where credit is due. This is a charming game with a lot of love poured into it. When I got into the flow, it gave me a unique experience I've never quite found anywhere else. But I don't recommend it to anyone who wasn't already a fan of the Atelier franchise, at least not until people start putting their item crafting spreadsheets online. That's right, I need to make that disappointed one. I do.
Disappointed.
Yep.
All
so what
right,
do you think? 36 reviews.
Quite a few. 81.
Okay.
85, 86, 83. Just you.
Is this disappointed?
Disappointed.
The score is 83%, which means now Roxanne is also on the ice cream wall.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, that's not how I wanted that to go. There we go.
All right.
That's a full ice cream wall right there.
Yes, it is.
Victory.
Yes, it is.
That time it wasn't just one off for me though, Dark. So
Yeah.
I moved the ice cream wall over slightly.
I know who. At least I know who the army's coming for first. I can.
And that's all our reviews for tonight.
All right. All right.
So we will move into announcements. Most of these we're just going to breeze through. The first one is that I didn't watch it myself. People are talking about it a lot, but the Tears of the Kingdom gameplay was today.
Okay.
And
the merchandising for that.
Yeah.
The marketing.
I thought about watching it, but I really don't want to because I'm going to play the game and I don't want like 10 minutes of raw gameplay. There's going to be a lot of spoilers in there that I don't want to see, like visual stuff. So, you know, at the same time.
Been 2 hours in the tutorial area. You'll be wishing you watched it.
Right. That's true. Yeah, I did see that was going on. There's a group of Congress people. I didn't put it in the news because we don't have any resolution on it yet.
Okay.
But a group of Congress people that are asking the president to basically slap down Sony for, as they put it, Sony trying to squash the Xbox in Japan when the Xbox is an American company.
Yeah.
I don't think that would affect them in Japan at all. If the president said something mean to him, but you know, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on with that too, where like the Congress people, also are all Congress people of the state where Microsoft's headquarters are, and Microsoft has paid for some of their, campaigns before, so there's a little bit of stuff that makes that more nuanced that I'm not read up on enough to.
Yes, understandable, sir. But yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Kind of funny.
Look,
It's rude.
Right. If the president does issue a statement, we'll cover that for sure.
Oh, please move on.
Yep. So next up we have Warhammer 40k's 10th edition.
Yes.
This is actually really cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's not even really a secret at this point. 10th edition 40K has been announced, and this is not, like, normally when a new edition of 40K comes out, it's not like a huge thing, because it's just, hey, the rules are going to change.
Right.
But this time, they're doing something really cool, in that on day one, of 10th edition 40K coming out, everyone is going to get their rules online for free.
Okay.
So normally you have to buy a codex, and that $50 book has all your rules in it for all your points cost and what you can bring for your units and what makes a good army for you. All that's going free for 10th edition.
Update. We'll have to update before you update your computer.
Right. So all of it's going to be stored online in an index where you can check it, and anytime an FAQ or a data slate comes out for balance, they're just going to fix the one that you're checking. Okay. They're still going to sell codexes, which is weird, and they say they're going to sell them for the lore of it, because if you buy that book, it's 100% going to go out of date real quick when updates come in. I strongly encourage you not to buy the book unless you just really want the art.
Well, the art, and they might have a story that's, in the book that they don't put online.
I hope that they do an actual story instead of just, this is what the faction is, since you're going to be buying the book. But, well, that's the thing, Dark. In older editions, there was more lore. But in these newer editions, it's basically just been, here's what the faction is, here's what they can do. My Blood Angels book is like 60 pages. My Blood Angels Codex, $50, 60 pages, and 45 of those pages are units. So that other 15 pages is just nothing. It's just, hey, these are Blood Angels, and these are a couple colors you could paint them in, and these are the chapters. It's like, that's cool, but I could look that up on Wikipedia. Like, so, 10th edition going free for all the codexes is really nice. I guess not free for the codexes, but free for all the information. Again, wait and see what the codexes are before you buy them, before you pre-order them. The only people this kind of sucks for are the people that just got their codexes, like Imperial Guard and World Eaters. Because it's like, hey, your codex you just bought a month ago is going to be good for another 6 months. And then your codex is no longer good anymore because all of them go, all the rules in there are gone. The other big thing is they're making the game simpler. They said simpler, not easy. Like, not completely brain dead game. And what this means is right now in 9th edition 40K, when I go to play with my Blood Angels, I need all my models, which is fine. I need my codex, which is fine. I need the updated information from Wikipedia on how that codex has been outdated, right? Okay. And then I also need stratagem data cards because I can't remember all those off the top of my head. There's too many of them.
Yeah.
Relic weapons, I need to have all that written down on paper because there's too many of them. And when you say, well, there's too many, you might go, well, Trey, you just don't like having options. No, I love having options. There's 100+ stratagems, and I'm going to use 4 of them. So, yeah, that's exactly what they have been doing, is specifically to make people buy codexes. So that's why this move is so nice, because I didn't want to have to buy new codexes for 10th edition. Probably wasn't going to anyway.
Yeah.
So being able to just get all the rules online for free is really nice. All the points changes are going to be online for free. And the simplification is, hey, instead of 100 stratagems, only 4 of which are good, it's going to be 10 stratagems, and a lot of those old stratagems are going to be rolled into the unit's abilities. So now there'll be a reason to take Eliminators as a Blood Angels player when long-range damage is not something I really care about. I'm all melee for the most part. But the Eliminators will now have a strategy that, for instance, I don't know if it's going to be this one, but one of the stratagems was fall back and shoot. That'll probably just be an ability the Eliminators have now. Which I think will make the game a lot easier to play, a lot faster to play. Big games of 40K take way too long because everybody goes, hey, I've got this strategy, and I'm going to use Auspex Scan. It's like, well, do you have that stratagem? Well, hold on, let me double check. Okay, well, I have this specific version of Auspex Scan that's different from your Auspex Scan, so we got to read it out of the Codex or Wikipedia real quick, make sure we got it right. All right, we're good, let's play. That's like 6 minutes every time that happens. So 10th edition's supposed to get rid of that, and that will be nice. Okay. Because I just want to shoot models off the board with my Tyranids or run into melee and watch my Death Company get removed by every other army in the game. But at least I got to feel like, hey, my death company charged them. And that was cool.
Apparently they're aptly named.
Yeah, they are. They are. If they hit, they do a lot of damage, but
okay.
Normally they don't get to them to hit. But, it's fun. Yeah, it was really cool for that. Exactly. So this is a good change overall, in my opinion. We'll see how it turns out. But Tyranids are also getting a range refresh, and my second army is Tyranids. So super cool there. That's announcements.
All right.
Let's move into the news.
All right.
Now, this first one may sound like a bad thing, but I want to make sure everybody understands we're not paid by Microsoft or anything. If they wanted to sponsor us, they could. And this is a deal that Microsoft said they were going to end a long time ago. I'm sad they're getting rid of it, but Microsoft is stopping the $1 Game Pass deal.
Okay.
And they said they were going to get rid of it a while back. It does, though, because it's a good deal. But unfortunately, it was being abused, is maybe the way to put it. And I'm not even saying that's a bad thing for consumers, because I get it, right?
Yeah.
But you can sign up for it with different accounts, with different emails, and get that $1 coupon again, and then just use it on your account.
Yeah.
So I get why they're doing this. It's unfortunate. The new friends and family plan is going to more countries, and it is opened up to 40 more countries. And that new plan is basically just, hey, $25 for a group of people, for up to 5 people total.
Okay.
Which is a pretty good deal. But it's not the dollar deal,
Right.
But 25 total. You can do a family plan with 25 total for 5 people. So it's basically $5 a piece.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not the $1 plan, but also, how could you keep that going fiscally with... I don't think I could have convinced my boss if I was the guy that had to try and convince him. I don't think I could have.
Yeah.
Hey, we should keep this. But I don't think it would have worked that way.
Yeah, probably not. And
this is another little short news thing that I almost put these just in announcements, but they are technically news. FF14, that's not how I spell that. FF14 Stormblood is free until May 8th.
Is it an expansion?
Yeah, the Stormblood expansion to FF14. Now, there are a couple small things that make this not as cool as it could be otherwise.
That would be very cool.
That would be very cool, yeah. If you already have a subscription to FF14 and you log in, it becomes free. You have it forever. If you're on a free-to-play account, you don't get it for free. You'll need to subscribe for 1 month at least.
Yeah.
Then you get Stormblood for free, which honestly, a 1 month subscription is cheaper than an expansion.
Right.
So it is a good deal, but it's kind of a shame, especially because they did this before with Heavensward, right before they added Heavensward to the free trial. So there's a pretty good chance that in like 6 months, Stormblood will be a part of the free trial.
Okay.
But if you already have a subscription...
patterns.
Yeah.
All right.
Just something I wanted to make sure we shouted out so people know, hey, if you have a subscription, you should log in and get Stormblood for free. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, everything is a subscription service.
Yeah. So, these last 3 pieces of news, I'm sorry to do this to you, are pretty much just all rough.
Okay.
So I'm hoping your quarter brings us back up, but let's talk about Multiversus.
Okay.
Oh no. So Multiversus is a game that came out a while back. It is the fighter where you can play as Shaggy and fight Batman. That's kind of the the Smash-like, right? Well, apparently this whole time, this has just been an open beta.
Okay.
Now, for what it's worth, to be fair, if you log into the game, if you boot the game, it tells you it's an open beta.
Okay.
But the Steam page doesn't.
Oh.
The PS Store page doesn't. The Xbox page doesn't.
So they're not advertising it very, very many places that it is an open beta.
And it is free to play, so it's not like, you're spending money to buy it and then finding out it's an open beta.
Well, no. I mean, yeah, it's free to play, but open beta, that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
That means, it's free to play right now.
Right.
And
what's worse is it's had season passes and microtransactions. So yeah, Dark, that is the reaction that most people seem to have, and I myself had as well.
Yeah. That doesn't sound very cool.
So let me read to you the statement that Multiversus, the company, the team, put out from Player First Games. Remember, they're called Player First Games, by the way. I just want to make sure that's real clear before I read this to you.
I don't believe them. I don't believe them.
Hi, everyone. This is Tony from Player First Games. I'm here today on behalf of the entire Multiversus team to say thank you for your support during our open beta. We've been excited to see the interest and enthusiasm from the community, and your feedback has been invaluable. We continue to be humbled by the awards the game has received and excited to see the enjoyment that Multiversus has brought to players. Throughout our open beta, we've been working hard to build the best gameplay experience, and we appreciate all the inspiration you've given us. Our open beta has been an important learning opportunity for us and a stepping stone to the next phase of Multiversus. There's a lot more, but that reads like, hey, this was a beta, right?
Yeah.
Again, the game launched like it wasn't a beta. And I say launched because nobody ever said it was a beta in the launch. Only until you boot it does it tell you it's a beta.
That reads like, hey, we may offer you a discount.
Right.
Full release.
Then they get into how to do this the right way. We'll be closing the Multiverse open beta on June 25th, 2023. And targeting a 2024 release. For a game people have already put hundreds of dollars into.
Yeah, no.
We do have an ad.
All right.
Dark's going to count us down for the ad.
All right.
All right, we are back from the ad. The weirdest thing to me about this is that nowhere, even when they said it was an open beta in the game, nowhere does it say, we're going to take the game down for a little bit and bring it back, so maybe don't spend your money yet. Because of course it doesn't, right? Also, go ahead.
Well, if you got something in there, it's like, hey, you get to keep all this stuff. We're just gonna polish it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems very underhanded. At the least,
they're only closing the online server. You'll still be able to play locally against AI. Also, on the Steam client, it tells you what games are open betas, right? It has the name of the game, and then in parentheses, beta or open beta or whatever. That's how the Steam client works. You have two different executables, one for the game, one for the beta. Didn't do that for this. Now, with all of this, you may say, well, all this is bad enough, but surely people that want refunds for the money they spent since the game's going offline will be able to get their refunds, right?
Well, I would say that, and don't call me Shirley.
You're right.
Yeah.
Let me read off this FAQ for you where they ask, will refunds be available for previously purchased content? This announcement did not change any current refund policies on terms or terms offered by the storefronts from which Founders Packs or Gleamium bundles were purchased. So no. Additionally, refunds are not available as a result of the open beta closure.
This is awful.
I hope you didn't buy the Ultra Instinct Shaggy skin for like $15.
Ugh.
Unless you just want to play against bots with it, I guess.
I guess I would extend, the olive branch a little bit if you're like, yes, we have to take this down.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we are releasing. You keep your stuff. We appreciate your money. Actually helped us get to this point.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But no, just to be like, okay, y'all spend your money again.
Yep.
No.
Also, I want to hit on this real quick because I've seen a weird backlash to this of people going after people that didn't realize it was an open beta. I guess the people that did know it was an open beta, and I'm going to word this as nice as I can, seems like they're on board for the game to go down and just play it when it comes back because they're true believers. That have just been going after Twitter accounts of like big YouTuber streamers that were like, what do you mean this was an open beta? Nobody ever told me it was. And just, well, you idiots didn't realize it's an open beta. And it's like, look, why would they?
Well, those are the people that probably maybe not them or where the money is not a stake for this.
Right.
The money has no weight for them.
Yeah.
Somebody else paid for it or,
yeah,
it's not an issue for them.
I don't think it's crazy to understand why people might assume this was not an open beta.
Right.
Because it sure don't look like one.
Yeah.
So that's the first news for you.
Not cool.
Would you like to know that it gets worse? This next news story is worse?
Great.
Let's talk about Dark and Darker. And no, this doesn't have anything to do with our Dark, unfortunately. Or fortunately, maybe. Let's talk about the DMCA. So,
okay.
Dark and Darker.
DMCA.
Right. Dark and Darker is an unforgiving hardcore fantasy dungeon adventure. It's being developed by a South Korean independent video game studio called Iron Mace.
Okay.
And it got removed from Steam and delisted because Nexon Global claimed that it was using stolen content.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know Nexon is a very large corporation. They own MapleStory.
Yeah.
Because they bought the company that made MapleStory. And they put out a big lawsuit, basically, of, hey, here's the DMCA, here's all the files we believe you used from us, and there's a whole bunch more to it than that. But I want to start with that, because Iron Mace Studios says, no, we didn't steal those files. And up until day before yesterday, that was all the story that we had.
Okay.
But there's been an update. So let me give you all that Nexon is claiming first, and then I will give you Iron Mace's response. Because remember, right now, Iron Mace is not making money on their game that they developed.
Right. Okay.
So, Nexon claims that a bunch of textures and a bunch of animations were stolen from them by a employee that used to work for them that now works for Iron Mace. That employee was a character designer. So, probably didn't have access to a lot of the framework, but still, sure. Maybe they snuck into it, right? Maybe they grabbed it from a computer before they quit. This person... Oh, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that if that was about, that might be a different story. That, he had these character designs that they paid for.
Right.
And he had the rights to use them and stuff like that. But I don't know. Okay. Sorry.
No worries. This employee is also one of the key artists for Nexon.
Yeah.
And the employee states that it was in response to the work policies that were implemented during the start of the pandemic. They received multiple written authorizations from executive members at Nexon from 2020 to 2021 which allowed this employee to use an external personal server for their work. Nexon is claiming that this external personal server had all of their files on it, and that's how Iron Mace got them when they hired this guy.
Oh, okay.
So as you can see, it looks like a pretty shut case, right? That sounds like that's probably what happened.
Okay.
We're gonna get back to that, but Nexon also claims that this person left the company in June 2021 because of a breakdown of trust, and that this employee was the one that was wrong, shouldn't have left, I guess. And then this employee went into the employ of Iron Mace Games, where they then brought over all of the stolen files, and Iron Mace Games started work on Dark and Darker using stolen assets from P3 Project, which is a game that Nexon's working on that is also a fantasy dungeon adventure.
Okay.
So from the outside, that all looks cut and dry, right?
Yeah.
There's some important details that Nexon kept out of their lawsuit, such as the fact that P3 Project has been in development for a few months, whereas Dark and Darker has been in development for a few years. Be really hard to steal that.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that they claim P3 must have been stolen, because how else could they get something like it when no one has seen P3 but internal development teams, which is factually incorrect because Nexon showed it off at GCS.
Okay.
So you might be seeing a trend here of things that might not be true coming from Nexon.
Yeah, they're acting. And it's a little bit different, but there's something very Tencent about the way they're acting.
Yep.
I
So
don't know. I don't know enough to go into that, I guess. But
I have a list here of all the textures and all of the assets that were supposedly stolen by Iron Mace Studios. Okay, let me do this the right way. For instance, sand _01A .u asset, which is from the Ancient Treasures pack on Unreal Engine,
okay.
which is that is an actual pack on Unreal. It is not stolen from P3. P3 is also using that pack, sure,
Yeah.
but they didn't steal it. They bought it just like you did, Nexon.
Oh my.
The entirety of the Blockout Tools plugin for Blockout boxes. And I'm telling you, Iron Mace came with receipts. Base gray dungeon tile from the Fantasy Dungeon Unreal pack.
Oh.
Tunnel entrance from Fantasy Dungeon 2 Unreal pack. And it's a whole list of these, right?
Yeah.
But there are some on here that aren't from the Unreal packs that they claim are stolen. Now, I should specify, Iron Mace says, no, not only are these not stolen, they're not the same asset you're using. But Nexon is claiming what's the same asset name, so they must be stolen. Let me read a couple of these names for you. Because let me remind you, both of these games, P3 Project and Dark and Darker, are fantasy dungeon crawlers.
Okay. Yes.
Backstab animation.
Yep.
Fireball.
Never heard of that in a fantasy setting before.
Right. Francisca Axe. Footprint.
All right.
Throwing knife. Crouch.
Never put all those into one game before. Never.
Lockpick. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Smoke bomb. Torch. So yeah, there is no case here. There is no case here.
They're angry.
Iron Mace then got into the stuff about the employee.
Yeah.
Because one of Nexon's claim was, well, your art looks very similar to ours. Like, well, of course it does. They hired the same artist. What do you mean? The employee specifies that no, actually, they left the company in June 2021 because their manager stopped responding to their emails, and it was not a good work environment.
Okay.
They
talking to him.
They didn't then get hired. Yeah. They didn't get hired by Iron Mace until late August. So from June to August, it's not like Iron Mace just swept them up as soon as they left.
It wasn't poached.
So it's just like, and then for like the final deal, one of Nexon's things was, well, your story premise is very similar to ours. So Iron Mace had ChatGPT give them a story synopsis for a PvP dungeon crawling game, which sounds like both of their games, because of course it does.
Yeah.
And Nexon said, well, the reason that we don't believe this game is actually real and that you've stolen assets from us is because you made it in like 16 months.
Okay.
And Iron Mace's response to that was basically, just because it may be difficult for a large bureaucratic company such as Nexon to develop games in such a short time frame does not mean it's impossible for another studio, big, small, new, or old, to develop games quickly.
Yeah.
So I pulled up a list for you, just to really drive this point home, of the 8 games that are well regarded that have incredibly short development times. Super Smash Bros. Melee, 13 months.
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, 10 months.
Yeah.
Uncharted The Lost Legacy, 15 months. GTA Vice City, 9 months. Fallout New Vegas, 18 months. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, 12 months. Final Fantasy VI, 12 months. And Mega Man 7, 3 months.
All right.
So I don't think that argument works.
No.
You know,
that's not a good argument for that.
No. Vice City's a fun game.
Yeah.
So right now where we are with this is that Iron Mace is attempting to get their game back. And it seems like the counter lawsuit is probably going to work, because the sheer dearth of evidence that Nexon has and the sheer weight of evidence that Iron Mace has.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think about all that?
I don't know. I think it's, you come with the receipts like that, you kind of prove your case.
Yeah.
You know, and it sounds like their deal needs to be with Epic, because if they make over $1 million on the game, they're going to have to pay Epic.
Yeah.
You know, because they're using the Unreal Engine. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sounds like jealousy.
Sure does to me too. Oh, you got our employee that we used to have? Well, now we're making a game just like you are. Go figure.
Huh.
We got a posture check. And our last piece of news should be a lot shorter, I think, but we'll see. Last of Us Part 1 PC port is not good. So, Last of Us Part 1 PC port came out today.
Is it Roxanne?
On PC. And there's some thoughts about it that the internet has. I think the problem with this one is that they specifically waited to port it to PC because they said they needed more time to get it done, to make it right. And so it waited like a month and a half, 2 months. And now it has come out, and it is not only not right, it is abysmal.
But nobody seems. I'm not getting the Pikachu face meme, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't. Yeah. I see where you're coming from, and I understand that, Dark. But there have been some good ones. The Horizon PC port is actually pretty good. Horizon Zero Dawn. Granted, that game's much older, but regardless, if you're gonna put out a PC port, you should probably try. Now there are quite a few reviews.
A lot of this stuff goes through. They use instead of actually porting it over. And by the way, I don't know what I'm hiring toward. I don't even know when 0000 comes up. Well, don't pick on me. But I think a lot of these are ported using they build a system to port it instead of having people do it.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
Well, and this one wasn't ported by Naughty Dog. This one was outsourced to Iron Galaxy.
Yeah.
And Iron Galaxy was the one that did the Batman Arkham Knight port that is literally unplayable to this day.
Well, at least they got a consistent track record.
Yeah. So, why this is news, though, obviously I wanted to let people know, hey, maybe don't buy this on PC. Sony owns Nix's, which is an incredible porting company and does great PC ports. Because as I just mentioned, they did Horizon Zero Dawn. So
that's a whole discussion.
Yeah. It just seems so weird to not just go, yeah, have Nix's do it again. Blue Point did a great PC port. It's like they're right there. You own those companies. Just let Sony. It has currently 4,181 reviews.
Okay.
3,024 of them are mostly negative. It is sitting at a 28% positive. But I want to read to you just one of these reviews.
Okay.
Because it's the only positive review that has come in for the last 6 hours. And it's runs like crap, but other than that, it's a good game.
It shouldn't.
Which is just wonderful to me.
Yeah. Ugh.
So, yeah, that's just, like I said, I didn't think it was going to be big news, but I definitely wanted to highlight it because people should know, don't buy it on PC. Don't do this to yourself. Yeah. So, it's really weird. Notice, this game only supports Japanese interface voice for customers in Japan. Like, sure? I've never seen that on a port before.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the positive ones are saying how bad it sucks as a port.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. It sucks. Well, make it look good.
Which is just a reminder, I would love to get Bloodborne on PC, but look what it might be. Just saying.
Just saying. Fair enough.
All right. Well, we will throw this over to your corner then.
All right. Well, as you know, we'll start off with a happy birthday. And apparently it is Lady Gaga's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. Sure she'll catch you up watching this weekend. What's she doing? I don't know. The background keep changing color. It's Trey's fault.
That's to separate the different sections of the podcast. Make it easier when you're going through the VOD to find the section you care about.
Fair enough. With a nose that size, it might actually do some good. But I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure she's busy tonight, but I'm sure she'll catch up with the show this weekend, and I'm sure the lawsuit will be shortly following.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I disavow.
Once again, if you have any problem with anything I've said,
thanks, Will.
Please email Trey.
The Full Spectrum Podcast at gmail.com.
Yes. Oh, all right. So, now I did find a couple cool articles today, and I have to call out really quick before I get the news I picked. Please see my. There's a problem that said you can see my lawyer.
Dark.
Dark.
Her terms are very simple.
There's a dog named Pinto Bean that is an excellent sword fighter. I suggest you look that up. But she is still defending her. Will, appreciate you being here. You
have a good one, Will.
Well, but let me tell you about this. So, so imagine this, if you will. You're in the center of a sunlit forest grove, but there's a trap that's been laid for the unsuspecting.
Okay.
There's a cluster of trees fused together at the trunks as by magic. A peaceful glade beckons to wanderers with the promise of a perfect summer's day, drawing them closer to the fused oak tree cluster. Where the trees connect and a shallow pool of water reflects from the shocking blue of the sky, shimmering in the dappled sunlight, irresistible to mortals. Be warned, maybe a trap set by the Fae. I got to take this. I don't have the short is by BioGIF, BYO GIF.
Okay.
GIF, GIFF. It's all on one word. But I wish I had a good picture of this to show you. It looks like I'm trying, Will. Stop picking on me. But there's 4 oak trees that have grown up, okay? And it's like one stump with 4 trees kind of growing out of it, and that stump in the middle of them, there is a pool of water. And this is sometimes known in some myths as a fairy trap to ensnare naive adventurers. They are meant to trap you in the realm of Fae.
Right.
They it does look pretty cool. It does. If you find a picture of it. You know what? I might be able to put up a thing to the original story. I don't know if it'll let me.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will. Let me do this. Let me copy this real quick. It may not let me put it right. And then I got so many. Let me see. Let me try this. See, if I can send it to you. Like it have me picture cute.
They are
well,
cute.
The stories usually go one of two ways, right? They go, they're there for what they think is a very short time, and when they come back from the Fae, it's been 100 years, or vice versa.
Right.
They spend all the time in there. When they come back, hardly any time has passed. Maybe she's been a few minutes for everybody else back in the world. They're also often called looking glass pools.
Right.
They are the focus of enchanted forest lore.
Yep.
Been used as scrying, magical communication, like it's a natural palantir. But most of them are seen as a portal, right?
I don't want to interrupt.
It's all right. That's all right. You've seen some other Fae stuff or heard some of the mushroom circles.
Mm-hmm.
If you step in one, it's bad luck. You can get relocated miles away, don't know how you're gone. Here's what I found really cool. This is I thought this was kind of cool. This also came over. Obviously, we're talking about the Fae, so we're talking about the Emerald Isles. But it came over in Appalachian folklore. It's called flying water.
Oh.
Or tree soup. And as this article put it, the hillbilly voodoo vernacular. It's believed that because this water has never touched the earth, it allows unique properties alleged to help hair grow, treat dermatological issues, but it's probably filled with mosquito larvae and other microscopic things you don't want to rub.
Right.
So, but mushroom circles are great, and there's something this is kind of up my alley. As about I wanted to give it the proper term, Dark. Okay, hillbilly voodoo vernacular. Well, there's something kind of magical about that. It's kind of hit in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like I I've been to 100 Acre Wood where Winnie the Pooh lives. They, I've seen a couple other things and the whole faith thing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It is really a cool phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I guess the moral of the story being, nature can be very cruel, but it really does some cool things every once in a while.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Please, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. You know how I feel about you. You thousands and thousands of years and millions of people to make you. There's nothing like you. There's only been one of you, and there only ever will be again. There'll be nothing like you again. Don't get caught in a fairy circle.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be bad. I realize it's tempting. Trust me, I understand the temptation. I've read the description. Yeah, beside the point. Everyone I see, I'm going. It's going to happen. Fine.
Not yet, but. All right. Well, get into your assignment then.
All right. Tell me what I got to do.
Chat,
me what I got to do.
We have a special circumstance tonight, chat. I'm launching the poll now. Option 1 or option 2. Rugrat is almost done with Call of the Sea.
I feel that. I feel it.
And
I don't know that, but I feel it.
There was some outcry of, hey, we want to see him finish Call of the Sea. So tonight, I have a vote for you that is Call of the Sea or our regular segment, our regular vote.
Okay.
And depending on how that goes, we may just stop at Call of the Sea.
Well, that's fair. Yeah. That. Yeah, Call of the Sea. I like the game so far. I like the Beast Inside. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But Call of the Sea and Relicta have been two of my favorites.
Yeah. The other good thing about this, it really looks like Call of the Sea is going to win because we're at 4 votes for it right now. The other cool thing about if you finish Call of the Sea is then on the regular voting, it gets removed from the list and something else gets put there. So
that's true.
Some new fun stuff that can happen there as well.
Yeah. But both of those games, I'm enjoying the story of both of them very much. I mean, obviously, you got the gameplay logic.
Right.
Why are all these puzzles not solved if somebody else has already been through here?
I thought you were going to talk about the most simple one of why would you leave that machete there?
Because there's a few. It's not a survivalist game, but there's something it's like, don't leave that there. Pick up that compass. You may pick up the compass. Carry the compass. Yeah, there's a few of them. But both those games come along really well. I like them.
There's still like 20 seconds left in this poll. It doesn't matter. Call of the Sea has swept. Really? They have heard the call of the sea, and it's time for you to finish it, sir.
All right. Let me write it down. I'm going to write it down to make it official. Call of the Sea. Cool. I'm going to try to get through that tomorrow. We're going to try to finish that up. Excellent. Cool. Oh, my gosh.
All right.
There's the article to you that I meant to send a while ago. But
okay.
I hit enter when I pasted it over if somebody wanted to see the actual fate pool.
Paste this in the link. Or in the chat. I mean, let me link it in the chat. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. To that. That's the original article I found there.
Oh, wow.
Putting up my sources.
Sure enough, yeah. Words are hard.
Okay.
It's cool.
It's easy. Okay. Are you looking? Did you see? Oh, you seeing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I would be like, yes. Fairies. There are fairies here. They did something.
Not even a question. I know it'd be the wrong choice. I would immediately try to gaze into the pool, and if nothing happened, drink from the pool.
Yeah. See? You can't help it.
That's right. I'm part of the problem. Like, I'm that guy. If I find a stone circle, I step in it, even though I know there's a chance I might not ever get out.
All right. Well.
You got any plugs for us today, sir?
I don't think so. I think hope everybody's doing well, and I appreciate everybody. You do it too. Take me. I want an adventure.
I had a plug, but I don't remember. Oh, yeah. I want to plug. I don't talk about books very often on this channel, but I want to plug Daniel Green's channel on YouTube. He is, as he himself calls it, a booktuber, where he has just recently started adding manga in to the books that he reads. And it was really interesting to watch his journey go from, well, yeah, everybody says manga's well written, but, this stuff is fun, but I don't know if it deserves to be up there with, like, Tolkien and stuff. And then he read Berserk.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, Berserk is legitimately a great story. So.
Okay. Let me.
I need some context, please.
Just stop. Okay. So, girlfriend's got a friend who's down. He lives up north, in Washington State. Anyway, he's down. So he was at a friend's house. They're making burgers, and the friend asked him what kind of condiments he wanted, and he had 3 options. He could have, I think it was ketchup, mustard, or baby mayonnaise. And of course, his reaction was baby mayonnaise.
Right.
Now, this is a name brand. This is QP, not sponsored, obviously.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
Nobody wants us to speak for them. But yeah, it's QP mayonnaise, and it's got a little baby. It's got a little QP doll, and the QP doll's from the 50s. Has a certain look through. But it is, in my humble opinion, the best. I can't have any other mayonnaise now. I can't.
Yeah.
It's got to be this one.
That's fair.
So he was telling us this story, and of course, us being a big fan of it, when he said baby mayonnaise, we're like, yeah, we know what that is.
Right.
Hold on. And there's a girlfriend that has a Cupid doll, as well as we had an unopened bottle of the stuff. But yes, when you explain it, no, baby mayonnaise, and it's a soft, flappy bottle.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, it doesn't sound right. You don't, like, yeah, the first thought comes in, and it's like, yeah, I don't want that with eggs.
Yeah.
There's context there, and it's really good.
So.
I know.
Yeah, wonderful.
Hold on. Let me go get the dog. Just a second.
While you do that, we stream every weekday at 7 Central. Mondays, we do MMO Mondays. Right now we're playing Lotro. Having a great time there. Come hang out with us. Play with us. Yep, there it is.
Yes.
Tuesday, we do this show where things like that happen. Wednesday, Rugrid plays whatever game's been voted on, which tomorrow is the Call of the Sea. Thursday, we do a TTRPG podcast. This week, we're talking about some Pathfinder stuff, so come check that out. And then Friday, I either paint or build. I finished up Burning Gundam.
Nice.
Friday. So we're going to be finishing up our Death Guard kill team, painting that this Friday. And then next Friday, we're going to build the Leo.
That's cool.
So back to a regular mobile suit.
That looks pretty cool.
I like the Leo. Yeah. Do we want to tell them what we're talking about Thursday? Get some hype for them.
Oh yeah, Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna stick with Pathfinder, and take a look at, kind of dig into the pets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like any game we've talked about, that has, like, I feel real good about pets. We'll see what Pathfinder offers. And it's quite.
I'm excited.
It's quite quite in depth.
Yeah.
At least.
So we'll be back tomorrow with Call of the Sea. I say we will. You will. I won't be.
Well.
I might be in the chat. We'll see. Depends on how quick I get out from work. But please come hang out with us. I mean, we're watching the views go up everywhere, both on Twitch and on YouTube, and it really does mean a lot to us. So, you come hang out with us. We'll have a good time, and, hopefully you will too. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting, but I don't have anything else. So, with all that said, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungren.
And this has been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. But life and Cupid dolls have to